What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about Desmond Ridder. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for continuing to tune into the channel, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you would like to follow your boy on Twitter, you can follow me at JewTalkSports. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ JewTalkSports. And if you would like to be a part of my JewTalkSports membership, you can hit the join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, first off, I do want to wish each and every mother a happy Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day, so I want to wish all of you ladies a happy Mother's Day. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about our third round pick, Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder is the quarterback from the University of Cincinnati. He was drafted by our Atlanta Falcons in the third round. And I really think that this was a really good pickup for our Atlanta Falcons. Desmond Ridder goes about 6'3", 6'4", 212 pounds. He is a really solid quarterback. He was a winner in college. In his college career, he was 44-6. He did lead the Cincinnati Bearcats to two playoff appearances in back-to-back seasons. One where they actually played in the Final Four, and then the other game, I believe they played against Georgia, which was in 2020. But he did a really good job of elevating the football program of the Cincinnati Bearcats. He did kind of put their football team on the map when he was there for the 4 years that he was there in college. But Desmond Ridder is one of those guys for the Falcons that I think could possibly be the future franchise quarterback for our Atlanta Falcons. He does have huge shoes to fill coming in and trying to replace Matt Ryan. I don't expect Desmond Ridder within his first season to be a starter. They did say that it's going to be a competition between Desmond Ridder and between Marcus Mariota. But personally, I think that Marcus Mariota, because he has familiarity with Arthur Smith's scheme already, being that he played for him in Tennessee a couple seasons there, I think that Marcus Mariota will eventually win the starting job and possibly be the starter for the full season. Barring injury, I do think that Marcus Mariota will be the starter for our Atlanta Falcons. But Desmond Ridder does bring a lot to the table. When he was drafted by the Falcons, he basically stated that the whole league effed up when they basically bypassed him in the first 3 rounds until the Falcons decided to draft him. He's a guy that plays with a chip on his shoulder. Is going to come into the league with a chip on his shoulder. He is a guy that was quoted by saying he wants to bring a championship and he won't leave the Atlanta Falcons until he wins a Super Bowl. So those are really bold words for a young player coming in as a rookie. But I do think that he is cut from the right cloth. I think he's a really tough kid. He is a really talented kid as well. Very athletic. Ran a 4.49 at the combine, which was one of the fastest 40s for the quarterbacks this season at the combine. So he's a really good athlete. I think he fits into Arthur Smith's West Coast scheme really well because we run a lot of bootlegs, a lot of quarterback keepers, and they'll be able to implement the RPO game. Being that we had Matt Ryan last season, they really weren't able to use the full playbook as far as, running those quarterback keepers and running those zone read type plays. But I think with a guy like Desmond Ridder, he's like a perfect fit in Arthur Smith's scheme. And when we were going through the draft process, the Atlanta Falcons, they were talking about Desmond Ridder pretty much the whole time, stating that he would be a perfect fit for their scheme. And I feel like Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot really were able to get the guy that they really wanted out of this draft class as far as the quarterback. So I was really impressed with this draft pick because we didn't have to really give up any draft capital to get him. If Desmond Ridder turns out to be the actual starter and the franchise guy for our Falcons, we really have gotten him at a discount because he's only a third round pick, we're not paying him a whole lot of money. And this may turn out to be perfect for our Atlanta Falcons in regards to being able to build the team around him, build the defense, similar to what the Seattle Seahawks was able to do with Russell Wilson when he came in as a rookie. They were able to build that defense and basically just drop Russell Wilson right in to a team that was ready to compete for a Super Bowl. So I definitely think that having a guy like Desmond Ridder, because he was drafted in the third round, he could definitely be a steal in this draft. I think the Falcons did get the guy that they really wanted. And I do think, like I said, he does fit this Arthur Smith scheme. Desmond Ridder does have a solid arm. He is a guy who sometimes can be inaccurate. And that was pretty much the big hit on Desmond Ridder, is that he's not the most accurate quarterback where receivers are able to run out the catch, because sometimes he's a little bit off when it comes to his accuracy. But that's something that can definitely be worked on. One thing that I did notice when I watched his highlights and things of that nature, he is a guy that makes good decisions with the football. And that's something that's huge for a quarterback. Last season, he had 30 touchdown passes, only 8 interceptions, which is really impressive. And he's a guy, since he's been in college, that makes really good decisions with the football. He is a guy that's mobile, as I mentioned. He can scramble and roll out and things of that nature. But one thing that I did notice as well about a Desmond Ridder is he's not a guy that's just going to look for his first read and then take off running. He's a guy similar to a Russell Wilson. And when he does decide to break the pocket, he does a solid job of keeping his eyes down the field to see if he still can make a play with throwing the football before he just takes off and runs. So I definitely think that he's going to be a really, really good quarterback in the NFL. I do think that he's similar to Marcus Mariota. I think they have a lot of similarities, and I think he's going to be able to learn a lot under Marcus Mariota, because Marcus Mariota will be his mentor, and Marcus Mariota is an open book. So I definitely think that Desmond Ridder is going to have a chance to be special in this league. But like I said, from all of the things that I've seen and all of the things that I measure for a quarterback, being a good decision maker, being pretty accurate, being able to throw with anticipation, to me, he checks all the boxes. The only thing I think that he really needs to work on is his accuracy. I feel like if he can work on the accuracy and be more pinpoint accurate, I definitely think that he could be a future Pro Bowl quarterback, and definitely a quarterback that could lead the Atlanta Falcons in the future, possibly to a Super Bowl. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of Desmond Ridder. Do you think Desmond Ridder was the right choice at quarterback? Personally, I think that it was either him or Malik Willis that would have fit this system perfectly. The only difference between him and Malik Willis, I think he's a lot taller. Malik Willis is only about 6 feet, where Desmond Ridder is like 6'3" to 6'4", which I like taller quarterbacks. Just for the mere fact that the throwing lanes are a lot bigger. When you're taller, you can see down the field. That was something that Russell Wilson struggles with. That was something that Drew Brees struggled with, because they were shorter quarterbacks. Sometimes it's hard for them to see over those huge offensive linemen and defensive linemen, being able to throw the ball down the field in different spots down the field. And I think that that's something that Desmond Ridder does have over Malik Willis, is he has that size where he's able to see over opposing defensive linemen. He's able to see over the offensive linemen and things of that nature, to be able to see those throwing lanes and those throwing windows. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts of what you think about Desmond Ridder. I do think he was the right pick for the Atlanta Falcons, and I do think that he definitely will be possibly the future franchise guy in Atlanta. But with that being said, this been your boy Jew. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up. Peace.